Before Mike Tyson became a legend. Before Mike Tyson became a legend, many challengers tried to intimidate him with trash talk, perhaps due to the excitement of the moment or to deceive themselves. But these were bold statements that had to be made carefully. Or they could bring out the best in Mike Tyson. This video is a compilation of those times when Mike didn't tolerate such insolence and his rivals ended up in bad shape. Are you going to miss it? Grab your favorite drink and some snacks while you enjoy the best moments of the legend, Iron Mike. Tyson vs. Long. Donnie Long was one of the first to dare to say at a press conference that he was calm against Tyson. He claimed he could dodge punches well and was confident he could avoid Mike's powerful right hand. He also added that he was faster and could control the center of the ring, all with a mocking smile. Before the fight, he even winked at the camera as if he had nothing to worry about. Long returned to boxing after some time away from the sport due to being accused of murder. It seems like a miracle that his trial was dismissed despite the evidence. But that's a long story for another video if you request it in the comments. Back to Tyson's opponent. Donnie was a full-time drug dealer and a part-time boxer, meaning he was a tough guy who might give Iron Mike some trouble. Donnie Long was one of the first, but not the last, to use Tyson's Olympic loss to Henry Tillman as a reason to make fans believe he had an advantage. Undoubtedly, a big mistake. Tyson entered the professional ring with an 8-0 record, all wins by knockout, while his opponent had a solid record of 15 wins, 3 losses, and 10 knockouts. The first round The fight against Donnie ended with Mike inviting any boxer brave enough to take him on. He even mentioned the last name Frazier, but not to fight the legendary Joe Frazier who battled Muhammad Ali, but rather his son and protege Marvis Frazier, who had been trained to become a world champion. In 1986, all the arrangements were made to make the fight a reality. While many of Marvis's fans saw him as a future champion, potentially as great as his father or even greater, Tyson was a formidable opponent, ranked as the second best fighter by the World Boxing Council. Everyone expected a titanic battle to remember, and they got one, but in the form of a brutal Tyson beatdown. The fight took place at the Glens Falls Civic Center in New York on July 26, 1986. As soon as the bell rang, Tyson aggressively charged forward, while Frazier held his ground, looking to counter Iron Mike's powerful punches. Mike managed to land a few shots to the face, but Frazier moved to the right and ended up trapped against the ropes. That's when Kid Dynamite delivered a devastating uppercut, leaving Frazier dazed in midair before finishing him off with a left hand. The referee immediately stopped the fight and called for medical assistance for the young Frazier.
Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt!
This went down as Tyson's fastest knockout, just 30 seconds into the first round. Tyson was ecstatic, posing for the cameras and shouting that no one was better than him, responding to the harsh criticism from the media. Biggest trash talkers Tyson ever faced in his career was Mitch Green. At a press conference, Green went as far as to threaten to kill Tyson in the ring, an undeniably bold statement, especially considering Tyson's knockout record and the fear he instilled in other opponents. Mitch Green, however, didn't seem intimidated, nor did he fear any current fighter. He was known for being loudmouthed, always seeking attention, but no one expected him to go so far as to make those kinds of threats against Tyson. He even said he would kill Tyson's mother. Tyson stepped into the ring with an aura of vengeance that everyone in attendance could feel. Few people would have wanted to be in Mitch Green's shoes, but he had brought this upon himself. Although Mitch's face appeared calm, there's no doubt that, deep inside, he was more nervous than any of Tyson's previous opponents. But by then, it was too late for regrets. The fight began as usual, with Tyson charging in aggressively. However, this time, Mitch actually fought back, and there was a brief exchange in the center of the ring. But soon, Tyson forced Green to retreat, pushing him into a more defensive stance as he waited for the perfect counterpunch, one that never came.
He just was a little bit lazy, especially in the later rounds, so we'll see what he does about that against Mitch.
A little reluctant to go full steam. I had the same experience when I fought my first Tim Frazier. Always aggressive, right in front of his man. Now we see some head movement that Mitch Green makes is the fact that he doesn't.
The crowd knew this was going to be an intense fight. On one side, Mitch Green couldn't afford to look like just another loudmouth, and on the other, Tyson was determined to knock him out for everything he had said.
It's a really frustrated fighter. Can't have it leaning back. Watch the left hook of Mike Tyson land. Every time
he did draw a warning from Luis Rivera, the referee, about holding Tyson had against Tillis. And what a shot! You have to think, Ray, that maybe they fought hard for about 5 rounds, and then he seemed to coast a little.
Slip punches.
Big right.
He has to take a stand eventually.
He did in it.
At times, the referee had to step in, whether because the bell had rung and they still wanted to keep throwing punches, or due to some irregular situation. This was undoubtedly a fight you need to watch in full right here on our channel. Surprisingly, Mitch not only managed to survive 1, 2, and 3 rounds, lasting longer than most of Tyson's recent opponents, but he also never hit the canvas in this fight.
Here.
Look here. No.
He's caught Tyson 4 or 5 times, and Tyson
Man up properly. He's holding behind the head. Here again.
Oh, what a left hand!
Tyson's arms are short, so he has a...
And we come to just about the end of it here.
However, Iron Mike won by unanimous decision, successfully silencing a big mouth that had been calling him overrated in the media. This time, we're talking about a rivalry that started back when Tyson was still an amateur. Facing Biggs was a moment of revenge for Mike, and he surely enjoyed every second of it. It all began when Tyson went to wish the US Olympic boxing team good luck. An elderly woman also approached them to send her best wishes, to which Biggs mockingly responded, "I don't know about him, but he definitely won't be on that plane," making fun of the fact that Tyson hadn't been selected for the US Olympic boxing team. Tyson was coming off a unanimous decision victory over Tony Tucker, unifying 3 major heavyweight championships and becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion. Many expected him to face Michael Spinks, the lineal heavyweight champion, but Spinks was hesitant to fight Tyson just yet. So instead, Mike set his sights on 1984 Olympic gold medalist Tyrell Biggs, who had remained undefeated since his professional debut. The time for revenge had arrived. To make matters even more personal, Tyrell had been trash-talking Tyson in the media, saying things like, "I don't know who this Tyson everyone talks about is. I've known Tyson for a long time. Most of the time, I fight against stronger boxers, but as time goes on and they get tired, my boxing skill and mobility are superior. He's strong, but his strength won't hurt me." Once the fight started, Tyson, as always, went on the attack, but Biggs managed to evade him for the first 2 rounds. In the second round, however, Tyson landed a powerful right hand that cut Biggs' lip. By the 3rd round, Biggs had abandoned his strategy and began exchanging punches with Mike. A huge mistake. Tyson connected a brutal right hand that opened a cut above Biggs' left eye. Finally, with just 30 seconds left in the 7th round, Tyson landed a devastating left hook that sent Biggs crashing to the canvas, nearly knocking him out of the ring.
And just to further that point, in the last round, our punch that figures...
Right. I noticed when Tyson comes in, Biggs tried to... Oh, that punch.
That was a tremendous left hand.
Tyrell barely managed to get up at the count of 9, but as soon as the referee resumed the fight, Tyson went all in, knocking Biggs down once again. The referee immediately stopped the fight. Tyson's revenge was complete. Tyson versus Golota.
And 10 seconds to go in a round. There's a left hand. He's down again. It's over. It's all over.
In this fight, Tyson didn't just silence his opponent, he shut down his critics and haters as well. After being suspended for 15 consecutive months due to his actions in the fight against Evander Holyfield, many doubted whether he could still hold his own in the ring or fight cleanly to win. On top of that, Andrew Golota had a reputation as a dirty fighter, often landing low blows and throwing punches after the bell. Of course, Tyson wasn't going to let boxing be tainted in that way, or allow himself to be labeled a dirty fighter. As usual, the first round began with an aggressive Tyson, pushing forward to break his opponent's defense and control the center of the ring. Meanwhile, Golota used his height and strength to keep Tyson at a distance. But Mike had already declared that he would knock Golota out, and he intended to keep his word. After a clinch, when the referee separated them, Tyson seized the moment, launching a powerful right hand that sent Golota crashing to the canvas. As he got up, you could hear Golota telling his corner that he didn't want to continue, but his trainer urged him to keep fighting. With a cut above his left eye and visible reluctance, Golota came out for the second round. Tyson, sensing his opponent's fear, became even more aggressive, either to secure a knockout victory or simply because he could smell the fear in his rival. At the end of the round, Golota walked to the opposite corner and abandoned the fight, giving Tyson the victory by technical knockout. That's how Tyson dealt with bullies, trash talkers, and haters who tried to discredit him throughout his career. If you want to see more fights like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our videos.